Hello everyone, myself I am S. Madhu, Assistant Professor, I am going to teach the second year ECE first semester. Subject name is Digital System Design. Digital System Design. Before going to start the subject, so first we should learn what is digital, what is system, what we are going to design different digital circuits. Okay. First of all, digital. The word is digital. It is represented as a represents values. Physical values. Okay. Or it is an electronics technology which stores, transfer the data, processing the data. Okay. The digital is an electronic technology which stores, which manage, which process the data. Okay. It is also represented as it is a representation of values, zeros and ones. Physical representation of values, either zeros and ones. Okay. So that is a digital system. Set of things working together as a part of mechanism. Set of things working together as a part of mechanism. So in our daily life, we are observing different digital equipments. So that means digital watches, digital meters, digital TVs. So what is digital? So now the generation is digital generation, digital technology. Okay. So what we are going to design different digital circuits that we are going to learn. In this digital system design, so we have total 5 units. So what are the 5 units? What we are going to discuss, what we will see. So first of all, just I am giving the brief introduction about digital system design. In our daily life, we are observing different digital equipments. So what is the opposite word of digital is analog. So what is the difference? What is the difference between digital and analog? Okay. It specifies the particular values, quantities of values. So analog means it doesn't represent. Suppose for example watches. Digital watches we are observing analog watches. So digital watches, suppose now the time is 8:30. Values, exact values. That is 8:30. Whether it is in analog, it specifies the values. It doesn't specify the values. So it represents 12, 6, 8. 8:30 means 8. So that is a representation of 8. So the digital system is specify the exact values. Okay. Analog doesn't specify. Here instantaneous is a continuous. Time is varying continuous. Each and every instant is represent time. Here it is discrete time. Discrete time. Okay. So that is a difference between analog and digital. So here in this case, what is the meaning of the subject? Why we are going to learn this subject? So we already designed some digital equipments. So now what we are going to design? So suppose in each and every electronics equipment or each and every digital circuit. So for designing electronics circuit or electronic that is technology devices or digital devices. So that depends on the four parameters. That parameters is a design metric parameters. Those are the design metrics parameters. Design matrix parameter. Either it is a digital or electronics. So what are the parameters are involved in designing of electronic circuit or digital circuit? So major parameters are four parameters. Those are, first thing is size. size, it is comfortable to the user. Okay, so the number of devices are reduced, the size of the circuit will be reduced. The number of devices are reduced, the size of the circuit is reduced. So if the number of devices are reduced, the cost is also reduced. The number of devices are reduced, the power consumption is also reduced. Okay, so if these three parameters, that means the number of devices are reduced, the performance of the circuit will improve. Okay, the size is improved, decrease, the device, the number of devices are decreased, and the size is also decreased. The size is decreased, automatically the cost is decreased because the number of devices are removed. Okay, the performance is same. Next, the cost is major effect. Okay, next, power consumption. The number of devices are reduced, the usage of the power is reduced. So like same, the performance of the device is also improved. So based on these four parameters, we can design digital circuit or digital circuits or electronic circuits. Okay. Now we'll see. So what are the digital circuit? Initially, what we started. So we already known the name of the device is IC, integrated circuits. So integrated, we already know that integrated circuit. So that is a digital IC we can represent. Okay. So what is the fabrication technologies? What are the different types of technologies that fabricate IC? Okay. So first stage is first technology is SSI technology. So next one is a MSI technology. Next one is a LSI technology. Next one is a VLSI technology. Next one is a UVLSI technology. Okay. Why I'm giving this IC fabrication techniques? So here I mentioned design metric pair mention size, cost, performance, and power consumption. Okay, how they are involved in these IC fabrication technologies. Okay, SSI, this is the first generation for the fabrication of the IC. First generation. Okay. So SSI, that means small scale integration. The IC representation, the technology is small scale integration. So in this case, the IC size is large. The device number of transistors are used in this fabrication. So that is a more large number of transistors are used, then the size is more. The number of transistors are used, then the power consumption, usage of power is more. The performance is very slow. Okay. So when compared to from SSI to MSI, it is improved. The size is decreased, cost is decreased, power consumption is increased because the number of transistors are reduced. So the transistors count is less in MSI when compared to the SSI. Okay. So here the transistors, number of transistors are reduced, the size of the circuit is reduced, the cost is also reduced, the usage of power is also reduced, the performance is improved. So like same, the small scale integration compared to the medium scale integration, that is a very advantage. Okay, because the number of transistors are reduced, the size is reduced, performance is improved, and the power consumption is like say medium scale to large scale integration. Like say the number of devices are reduced, the circuit will be reduced. Okay. So when compared to the MSI to LSI, the circuit complexity will be reduced. Like same LSI, large scale integration to very large scale integration. So that is again the number of devices are introduced. That means the transistors, instead of transistor we can use the other devices. So then the circuit will be reduced. The size of the IC will be reduced. So when compared to the VLSI, very large scale integration to ultra very large scale integration, now we are using these present technologies, ultra very large scale integrations. In this technology we are using small device. The size of the IC is very less. Okay, so these are the different IC technologies. So this is a digital IC representation. So these four parameters we should remain all these parameters. We can design different digital circuits. Okay, so this is the basic introduction. Why I am giving these size, cost, and power consumption and performance means. So these are the major parameters. Now we are going to design different digital circuits. Either it is a combination logic circuit or sequential circuits. Okay. So before going to this designing digital circuits, we should learn. So what are the different languages in digitals? First, I am giving what are the units in our syllabus. First unit is the number system. Boolean algebra. Number system. And in digital system, what is the use of the number system and what is the use of the Boolean algebra? So in digital system, example, suppose computer. Computer is an electronic device. Okay, it performs some tasks. So it is a digital equipment. So computer can understand only binary language. Computer can understand only binary language. Binary is the number representation. So binary is the number representation, either 0 or 1. Okay, it's a big representation, either 0 or 1. So the computer can understand only binary language. So the computer is a digital device. Okay, so that's why we study number system and what is the meaning of Boolean algebra. I will discuss. So most of the digital equipments, suppose IC can understanding only hexadecimal language. Hexadecimal language. So now we'll see what is binary, what is hexadecimal, what is the decimal, what is the octal. So that we'll discuss in this number system. What is the use of the numbers? So how they are involved in digital systems. Okay. So we have different types of numbers and their conversions. Because if you are given, suppose the computer can understanding only binary. So I am giving any information that should be converted into binary form. Okay, how it converted into binary? So if you are given any language, that should be converted into binary language. You already studied in first year assembly language, machine level language. So those are the conversions, binary one language to another language. So binary language, computer can understand only binary. So if you are given any information to the computer, then it converted into so like same IC is also can understanding only hexadecimal. How they are converting? So one number system to another number system that we will discuss. So that is the first chapter in this first unit. That is the number system. Next one is the Boolean algebra. Boolean algebra. So we know the Boolean function. Okay. So Boolean function which is a representation of the variables. Variables is nothing but inputs. Suppose the function it consists variable x, y, z. F of x comma y comma z. So the Boolean function is represented as x y plus x bar z plus x y z. X y plus x bar z plus x y z. So this is the function representation. So now we have to reduce that function without disturbing the output. We have to reduce the function by using the Boolean laws and Boolean properties. So what are the Boolean laws? What are the Boolean properties? So that we discuss. So we have different types of laws, different types of properties, Boolean properties. So based on the properties, laws, we can reduce the circuit. If you reduce the circuit, then if you reduce the expression, Boolean expression, then the circuit complexity will be reduced. Okay. So that is a major motto of Boolean algebra. So we have to reduce the Boolean function by using the Boolean laws and properties. Then automatically the size of the digital circuit will be reduced. So we have different types of Boolean laws and properties. Okay. So this is the first unit, number system and Boolean algebra. So this is the purpose of the number system, purpose of the Boolean algebra. Okay. Next, second chapter, second minimization of boolean function using k-map. So we already method is boolean minimization of boolean expression or minimization of function using k-map. So by using boolean method we already discussed what are the how different types of boolean loss and property. By using loss and property we can minimize the expression. That's another method is k-map. That map is kernel. Okay, kernel. So by using kernel also we can minimize the boolean function. Next one is a combinational logic circuits. Okay, so this is very very important. So in digital circuits we have digital circuit we have two types basically.